Hi everyone, my name is Varsha and welcome to Study with Varsha. So, if you are a DevOps engineer or you are working as a DevOps engineer or you are preparing for the interview, this video is for you. So, everyone talk about Jenkins CI/CD pipelines, but today I will talk how we can write CI/CD in Bitbucket with YAML syntax. There, I will explain each and every steps how we can build the Docker image Trivy, and we can push it to ECR Docker image, and we will deploy our project to the ECS. That I will explain. For that, how can we write Bitbucket YAML pipeline, bitbucket.yaml pipeline. Now, if you are following my channel, you already know that I have already explained Bitbucket in my YouTube channel, and I have a playlist for that. Let me show you if you didn't subscribe and if you are not watching. So, one second. See, here if we'll go, a playlist is there, that is Bitbucket. In that, I have explained two things: Bitbucket all component and Bitbucket tutorial for beginners. So these two videos is there. If you didn't watch, first go and watch day 1 and day 2 videos. That will give you the overview of what Bitbucket exactly is and how it will work. Now, like many people use Bitbucket for version control and they used to write source code in Jenkins. But how can we write pipeline in Bitbucket itself, and what things we can do in that pipeline? So that I'm going to explain you people today. There, i'm not I'm just going not going to show you the showcase, but as well as I will explain how each step meaning and why we are writing. They are built from code commit to code deploy and testing and everything. So without any further delay, let's start you know uh, understand what like configuration is there. So I already have write one pipeline, Bitbucket pipeline, and that is the most simple one. So I have write, and my agenda is to explain each and every word so that you will understand the syntax, and as per your requirement you can write the CI/CD pipeline in Bitbucket. So the Bitbucket pipeline configurations defines a CI/CD means continuous integration and continuous deployment workflow. It automates the process of building a Docker container, scanning it for security vulnerability and testing it, and finally deploying it to the AWS ECS. Here, now, here if you will see, first we have to write image colon Atlassian slash default hyphen image 3. What it means? What it means? This means it specify the base image is Linux environment. Base image is a Linux environment, or we can say container, that Bitbucket will use to run your command. So this is Linux, okay, and it will help the Bitbucket to use our run command. Now here, second, first we have to write like image colon Atlassian black backslash default hyphen image 03 or whatever it will be there options, and we are writing Docker true. What it means, option Docker true? It means that Docker in Docker. Docker true means Docker in Docker. This will allow you to run Docker command like build or run, Docker run or Docker build inside the pipeline steps. Why we are using option Docker true? It means it will allow you to run Docker command like Docker build, Docker test inside the build, inside this pipeline steps. So that's why we are making Docker true. Now, pipeline branches main. So pipeline we are writing inside pipeline, branches will be there, and in branches that main is there. What it means? It means this section tells that Bitbucket trigger only when the code is pushed to the main branch. in simple means this section tells the Bitbucket to trigger the specific workflow only when the code is pushed to the main branch. Now, up to now you have cleared this image Atlassian default. This will clarify that it is a Linux uh, environment, or option docker true means docker in docker, that will allow docker allow to run docker command, and pipeline branches main means inside main branch only you can push the code. If you are pushing it to the specific branch like dev branch, then you can write that branch name. Now, CI steps. Here step, that is the format only, name what you have write, build, scan and test. So this CI means continuous integration phase where you verify the code. Okay, so we have written services docker. So this will services docker, why we have write, because it will allocate a separate docker daemon to this step. This service is like, here we have written docker so that we can run the docker command. Now inside step we have write services docker so that it will allocate a separate docker daemon to these steps, to these CI steps. It will provide a separate docker daemon to these steps. Yeah, correct. Now cache I have written cache colon docker. So this is the syntax, but what it means by cache is docker, it means it will save docker layer. Saves docker layer. Now what it means, it means suppose if you run the pipeline again without many changes, so it will finish much faster. Caches matlab, if you are not changing much things in your pipeline and you are running it again, so if you have written docker caches docker, so it will make fast your process. Okay, services step, name, build, scan and test, services docker, so it will provide a separate docker in docker means separate docker daemon. Caches docker means if you are not changing much thing in your pipeline, so it will make your step too fast. Now come to the script. Like what I am going to do. So hash means I am commenting building docker image. Now we are going to build the docker image. So here I have written echo building docker image. Okay, so the list of command are docker. What it means? It means that when we will build the docker with the help of docker build -t app dot means in the same branch where we are running the docker build, or if you want to give, you can give the path also. So what it means? It means that docker this will print when the docker will be built, it will print docker image build. Okay, and now docker build -t, what it means? It means that it will create a docker image named and build -t app. So whatever the docker image it will create, that will be named as app, and using the docker file in your repository. Are you getting? Docker build -t app dot, it means it will create a docker image name app. Okay, docker image name will be app, and it will using the docker file in your repository where we have written the docker file. Now scan docker image. So echo scanning docker image. Okay, wget -qo. Okay, https something it is there. What it means? It means wget means it is download and extract. Here Trivy image is there. Now it is downloading and extracting Trivy image and open source security scanner. Because yeah, it is download Trivy image and tar-zx, and it is extracting the value. It is true. Now we have what we have done up to now, build, scan and test in CI step. Okay, services docker, so docker in docker, so it will provide a separate daemon. Caches docker, so it will make the process faster. Script we have run, we have built a docker image with the name app. Then we are scanning the Docker image. So we are scanning. How we are scanning? For that, we are first extracting the Trivy. With the help of Trivy we will do. So Trivy we are downloading and extracting. Now after that, here it has been written the next step, Trivy image app is equal to true. What it means? It means it will scan the image app for vulnerability. The and this pipe, this do two pipe that ensure true, true ensures the pipeline keeps running even if vulnerability are found. So that will useful if you want to see the report without failing the build. But if you will make it false, so it will stop here if some vulnerability will be there in your image, whatever you have built. Now we have scanned the image here, scan. Now we have to test it. Run test, echo running test, docker run hyphen rm app sh hyphen c echo running unit test. What it means? Docker run hyphen rm app sh hyphen c. What it mean? And inside that any information you can do, like running unit test or whatever. It means it will start a temporary container from your image to run unit test. What? It will start a temporary container from where? From your image. Which image? Which Docker just now created for the unit test. So up to now we have done the CI steps. Okay. Now CD steps. So again step name is equal to push to ECR and deploy to ECS. Services Docker, Docker in Docker cache, make it fast script. Now what we have to do, we get the image. Now we have to apt get update and apt get install hyphen AWS CLI. Let me explain one thing. Here push to ECR, it means like we are pushing it to the like level only. Now script, let me explain. Apt get update ampersand apt get install hyphen y AWS CLI. It means it will update the package manager and install the AWS command line interface so the pipeline can talk to AWS. Are you getting? Yeah. That's why it make to update the package manager and install the AWS command in line interface to the AWS pipeline that can talk to AWS. Now once it will done, we have to log into ECR. So for that command is there, AWS ECR get login password hyphen reason $AWS reason docker login. What it means? It means it will retrieve a temporary password for AWS and logs Docker into your private repository, that is ECR, Elastic Container Service. So what it will do, it will retrieve a temporary password from AWS. Because we have to log into ECR, so this command will help to retrieve the temporary password from the AWS and logs to the Docker into your private ECR. So this command will help to get the password and log into the ECR. Hyphen AWS username, AWS password stdin and AWS account ID. It means it will get the password from the variable where we have declared. Now one more thing, Docker get login explained. Okay, now Docker tag and push image to ECR. So Docker tag app, what it means? It will rename the local app image to match the full AWS ECR URL format, including the unique build number. So whatever the image we have created build in Docker, that I told that we have given the name as a app. Now if we have to push it to ECR, so we are going to give like renaming, and we are giving a format which ECR or will accept, and it will provide a separate build number that will be unique build number. After that we will docker push, so AWS account ID, reason, and this command you will give. So what this command is doing, so it push means it is upload the tagged image from the Bitbucket server to your AWS ECR repository. So up to now it had been pushed the docker image. Now deploy to ECS, AWS ECS update. So this is go live command. So look at the cluster and services, pull the latest image, and that will force the running container with the new version. So this is all the thing. So if you understand, please comment in the comment box that you understand, and hope you like it. So thank you for watching Study with Varsha. Have a great day, guys.